Well, let me ask you something. How many of you remember Gobots? No, not those. I mean Transformers Gobots.
Gobots. Transformers Gobot.
Not those either. You know, Generation 2 Gobots? Not him either. Oh, look. The point, just go to the small ones. You know, the small little, yes, that's it. The G2 Gobots. Little Hot Wheel sized cars that could basically be used for smaller fans. But yeah, you know, that meta joke aside, here's today's custom. G2 Gobot Convoy or Optimus Prime. Hey guys, Master Farr here, and I'm back with another custom. Check me out on T-Formers' Master Farr and DeviantArt's Master Farr 1 to check out all my other cool stuff. But yeah, today we are looking at G2 Gobot's Optimus Prime, or at least my take on him from the Siege Sideswipe and Tiger Track mold. Well, yeah, this is one of those lesser known characters. Well, it's the same character, but it's one of those little things that, to put it simply, this became the Spy Changers from RID. But yeah, this is a bit of a part swap custom, and I'm a big fan of those, so let's get on to the old gym mat and just see how cool he is. And here we have Optimus in vehicle mode, and you can see these parts really work well with this mode. As you can see, the differences are mostly just part swapping in this mode. It's more of a minor custom compared to some of my other stuff, but it's a lot more complicated with the pins, and I'll show it to you in robot mode. But yeah, he basically rolls the same, and looks pretty cool with the added yellow. I think it gives him a little bit of flair. Looking at the underside, you can see a little bit of the robot mode, but it's not much. But yeah, there's not much to say in this mode because, you know, it's a quick and dirty custom. But as for weapons, I have a couple for him. Siege Prime's axe and Earthrise Prime's gun. Because you see, I got the Centurion drone recently, and I'll be using those with my Optimus Prime. Don't have it out of the box now for comparison, but I'll show it to you in the next video. But yeah, in this mode at least, there are some weapon options. Like right here, you can put the gun right here, and right here, and fully armor up out of the 90s. What I like to do actually is just plop them right there, and bam, here we have them in an armored up mode. And flipping out the gun just for the sake of adding it, there we go. For the sake of comparison now, here he is with the Non-F Productions roller. And yeah, they scale pretty well. But yeah, this isn't much to this one, so I'll just blaze through his transformation with the power of a jump cut. And with the power of editing on my side, here we have Optimus in his new robot mode. And you can see there's definitely a lot more for me to talk about here. Starting from head to toe, you can see the head sculpt. I actually did remove from the whole body, which is why I wanted to mention the pins. They can be removed, but you got to be careful because of the translucent plastic, especially on a Tiger Track. But yeah, the head sculpt is basically G2 accurate. I mean, it was literally the same on a G2 figure as Sideswipe. But yeah, there's also some now added yellow and white to help break things up. From the back, of course, there isn't much, and I did add a little something cool to give him a more authentic G2 robot mode. Bring him back out. I can turn the legs around and make him look like that, but I feel it's a little bland, so just turn the legs back around. Yeah. As for articulation, it's the exact same as Sideswipe. Sorry if I'm rushing through this. There's just not much to this custom, but that's nothing wrong with that. He's still really cool. But yeah, for the sake of comparison now, so let's just straighten them out. And starting off, we'll bring in what I use the other parts for. See, I didn't just throw everything away. So here's what I use the rest of the parts for the sake of comparison. Here he is with my take on Sure Shot. Yeah, this one I will have a lot more to talk about because I'm actually getting a head 3D printed for it. Nothing wrong with the head already. It already looks a lot like the regular Sure Shot head. But I'm also getting a point blank head, so for all you guys wanting that, check out my video soon whenever that comes to fruition. But yeah, they look quite nice together, and you can definitely see what parts I swapped where. And actually on this one I had to be more careful with the translucent plastic right here. Because you know it'll shatter if you're not careful. But yeah, be expecting a video on Sure Shot soon. Now for the rest of the Sega comparison, here he is with his G1 namesake. And here he is with my previous review, Earthrise Megatron. And no, I'm not a Scotsman. That was just a joke. But yeah, that's this figure in a nutshell. So let me just pick him up and show him off one more time for all of you. And yeah, that's pretty much this guy in a nutshell. So let's bring him to the end and talk about him. Now I will admit, this isn't my best work ever, period. But like, I'm really happy with this guy. I really am happy with how the parts really work together. I'm really happy with the colors. I'm really happy with how the head turned out. But yeah, there's not much to this guy like I hoped. But yeah, that's about it for me. This is Master Farr signing me off. And I will see you next time with definitely something more substantial.